right, guys, we got our boy Andy from boltsandnuts.com down here, and he has upgraded us. So if you guys remember, we had the entire setup right over here, but you got us a whole nother section over here, and we had to kind of reorganize and scoot everything over here.
Yeah, so you reached out. There was stuff you guys were using but didn't have, so I wanted to get you set up here. And what we did is we put in all the self-drilling screws. I brought you all the metric stainless steel. We have stainless steel sockets, lots of M6. I hear you go through tons of those. Then we also have the stainless steel button heads. And then we brought 9/16 coarse and fine thread. And then we also brought all the nylon lock nuts.
I just want to be clear, this is probably one of the biggest time savers for us, because before we had this kit, we'd be running to the hardware store pretty much once every day just to grab random nuts and bolts. But I mean, this has just been a huge help for us. Keeping miles off Wyatt's CRV over there.
Yeah, and a lot of time, man. Biggest thing is the time. Like Kyle said, hours a week wasted going to the hardware store just to get the wrong bolt, the wrong leg, some dumb thing. So definitely a game changer having this.
And that's really cool to hear. So watching you guys work on all your crazy stuff, watching you guys use the bolts. I mean, you guys come over here a few times, a day. Or...
If you go look at any of the cars now, they actually have all 4 bolts, and they're all new.
There'd be a reason why they were missing why I put them together, because I was too lazy to go to the hardware store. Also got us this nice little zip tie holder. Us Honda boys need our zip ties, so now it's not taking up an entire drawer in our toolbox. Got all our different sizes right here. And the best part, if we do run out of a certain size, all you got to do is scan the QR code right here. Pulls it right up on your phone. You go ahead and order some more. They ship it right to your house, and you plop them back in. You never even have to leave your home.
You order over $25 too. That's what's nice.
Offer that free shipping?
Yes, yep, free shipping over anything over $25. And not only that, if you buy anything from us, it comes in a package just like this. And you're gonna get a free bin label with everything you order from us. So you can stick that on your baby food jar, your bolt bins, or wherever you put your fasteners. And again, if you scan that, it'll take you to this exact item. You don't have to hunt our website. It makes reordering super simple.
That is kind of nice. It comes with the label. That's classy.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
Smart guys.
So we try.
Also want to let you guys know that if you go on to boltsandnuts.com and use our code BOOSTEDBOYS, you'll get 10% off any order. So I just want to give Andy a huge thanks. I don't think he realizes how much this has helped us out. It's been a game changer. So I know we definitely go in depth talking about this nuts and bolts setup here, but it has really helped us out. Andy's an awesome dude. He always comes in and buys this Texas Roadhouse. Great guy. So I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Kyle. I appreciate everything you do for us as well. If you need some hardware, you know where to go.
The last piece has arrived for the Corolla.
Man, it's a big day. We can finally put this drive shaft in and go make sure this thing actually drives, because we still have no idea. So yeah, we reached out to our guys over at Universal Drive Shafts. Obviously, they got us hooked up with this chromoly shaft for the Corolla. Obviously, this thing's going to take a lot more horsepower than this rear end will. So nothing to worry about here, but we're ready to go ahead and get this thing slapped in, put some fluids in it, and take it out for its first test drive. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, guys, it's the next day. We got the drive shaft in last night, and a big thank you to our guys over at Universal Drive Shafts. If you guys are in need of a new drive shaft, make sure to check them out. Use our code BOOSTEDBOYS to get you a discount on a new shaft. With that being said, we are ready to take this thing out on its first drive. I'm freaking anxious, excited, nervous, but I think we're going to try and back it out right now. Putts it around the yard. If that goes smooth, it should be ready to go on a little trip. Maybe we end up at Taco Bell. I don't know. See what happens, man, but I'm really excited, and hopefully it moves. I actually don't know if this transmission has any gears in it or anything.
Yep, it was a transmission gifted to us from a friend, unknown condition.
Thanks to Mike. So
yep, Mike Massey.
Yep, and yeah, really don't know anything about it. Just stuck it in there because he had it, and hopefully it works. So let's go give it a try, dude.
Fire it up and stick her in gear. Brakes work?
Got brakes? Dude, we're in business.
All right, let's see it burn out. Still needs a little tuning, but it drives. It's backfiring all crazy. Probably has a lean spot. That turbo's so loud. I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but it sounds like it has a little turbine engine under the hood.
Definitely needs some tuning.
Yeah, she's popping and banging a little bit.
Super lean.
That turbo's so loud.
Yeah.
How's she feel?
Sketchy. Feels like a boat. Alignment definitely needs some work, bro. It's so sketchy.
Was the steering is feeling
Oh, it's super twitchy.
It looks like you gotta put quite a bit of input there to get it to do something.
It's good.
Come on.
You can do it.
What's that?
Definitely the front tires.
She's chirping a little bit.
Yeah, the front tires definitely are out of alignment. I thought I got them aligned, but I guess not. Definitely needs an alignment.
Yeah, that old 1970s steering setup probably ain't made for all this horsepower.
Right? Ain't made for none of this. Oh, this is so sketchy. I'm not talking much because I'm trying to focus. The steering is real bad. Like a whole lot of twitchiness.
I'm also a little worried about this.
Yeah, it's like it's running a little warm, so we might have to look at that. Not exactly ideal.
208 right now. I don't know if that's gonna hang on the highway.
I don't know. Maybe on the highway it'll have enough speed to help it out, but it ain't looking too promising.
It does go down when you stop though. So.
Yeah. We'll see. It's also because it's got that weird lean spot. Lean creates a lot of heat, especially in a rotary, so maybe that's part of it. Hopefully I can run it a little richer and help that out. Oh, buddy, it went around the block though, so at least there's that.
Hey, she drives.
She definitely needs that alignment look.
She needs some work, but it's moving. All right, guys, we got a couple final things to get done on the Platycee. We're getting ready to make a plate to cover the back so we don't have helmets rolling out of this thing and the miscellaneous stuff falling out of the Platycee finally. We also need to get this thing on a different set of tires because right now it is on a street tire, and to run Sick Week, we have to get it on a radial or a slick to go down the track. So if you look right here, we got a fresh set of drag radials from our boys over at Nitto. These are NT555 R2s made with the stickiest compound Nitto has to offer. And these are actually a lot closer to the OEM tire size that we had on the Tesla when we ran the record time. If you guys recall, when Greg was driving it, we had the best 60 foots on the OEM tires, so we found that the bigger diameter tires actually help these short tracks. So these are actually a little bit taller and definitely stickier than what we originally had on this thing. And these should also help us a lot better if we do any more no prep racing on the street for sure. But if you guys look how wide these rear tires are, they are big, guys. This is a 315/35, whereas the ones we had on there were a 295, and the size difference is pretty obvious. So the front tires are a lot closer as far as width, but they are taller. But the rear tires are definitely quite a bit beefier here, which most of the power from the Tesla does go to the rear. So hopefully we don't have any fitment issues, but we went ahead and got one of the back tires dismounted. We're gonna go ahead and mount these guys up, make sure everything fits good, and then we'll be good to go. We have our tires, throw a generator in the back, and hopefully it makes it all the way through Sick Week. I think it's safe to say we got the meatiest tires ever put onto a Honda Odyssey here. Those boys are wide. So we got the Platycee sitting on her new radials, and right now it is on the lowest setting. We drive it around on the medium height setting, but you can see that we are very close to rubbing back here. We would definitely be hitting tire over any little bumps going down the road. Those back tires are thick, and the front ones are also quite a bit closer now, but not as bad as the rears. So hopefully
it'll look good hard parked.
Yeah, hopefully they don't hit in cheetah stance at the drag strip, but
Yep.
you know, we'll let those self-clearance a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we
good.
own a set of tires that don't have some kind of a rub mark in them. It's fine.
But it's on radials, so it's good to go there. We also got the headlights working on this thing. Now both are lit. We got some nice LED ones, and we just had to adjust them because they were pointed at the ground. So got them up on the door there, got them adjusted about where they need to be. And Wyatt was working on that back plate just to kind of cover up the back hole over here, which he has to finish up, but
Yeah,
got
a couple
this
extra
piece.
little panels going in here, but it'll be nice because you'll actually be able to set stuff back here. It'll be pretty stout.
And I won't have my helmet rolling out the back, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, you know, this thing kind of doing like the Luigi egg thing's kind of funny. Or whoever's that? Yoshi? Yoshi does the eggs. That's pretty much the van, dude. But we're going to get rid of that. No more helmets flying out the back of this thing. So we'll have that buttoned up here in the next day or two, and this thing will be ready to go.
I also plan on bringing a generator to throw in the back here just in case I can't find a charger, only for emergencies. I'm going to do my best to kind of map out a route along the way, and hopefully we don't run into an issue of the car dying and leaving us on the side of the road. As you can see, our charge port right here is bent out this way. It used to be tucked up in the corner, but we bent it out, and I purchased an adapter online. I don't think it's in this bag right here, but I have a couple different adapters that will allow me to use the fast chargers from any other charging station except for Tesla superchargers. Since this car had a salvage title, it is no longer eligible to be on the Tesla supercharger network, which kind of sucks. So that limits some of the locations I can go to, but we still have plenty of charge stations along the way, and it still has fast charging that charge just as fast as the Tesla superchargers. I already confirmed that. It should all work, and yeah, so hopefully we make it through.
Curious to see which one of us gets stranded more often. Got a very narrow range of operation.
That thing took off.
Wanted to. Oh my lord. This thing is gonna be so sketchy down the track, bro. Jesus.
That had to be at least like 10 pounds.
That was 12 I saw
12?
when I whipped it. Man, we'll see. She's running 214 right now.
Yeah, still hot.
She's running a little more. Oil temp especially. I don't like to see that, so. We might be putting a bigger oil cooler on it at least in the meantime if we can't get a transmission or a bigger radiator in. Oh, it's got so much potential. I just wish it was closer to being there.
It's almost there.
Definitely closer, but not ideal.
You decided to take this thing out for one more drive without me.
Yeah.
You almost blow her up.
It's blown up for sure, bro. Yeah, we were driving, and next thing I know, it was idling high. I was like, okay, that's weird. Got up to the next stop sign, and I looked down, it had no oil pressure. So, comes to find out, we blew up this no name, starts with an M, 2 times the cost of a Amazon special one oil cooler. And yeah, broke the fitting right off the end of it somehow. I was very careful when I tightened these, made sure to hold the fitting so it wouldn't do this, but turns out, doesn't matter. Still broke right off there.
Damn. She
So-
pumped all the oil out, huh?
Yep, sprayed oil out all over under the car, exited all 5 quarts out of the engine, and made for a really shitty pushback. Not ideal.
How long did it run with no pressure?
I don't know. I'd say more than a minute, less than 2.
Because you said you did a rip, and then that's when it popped off.
Yeah.
When it built pressure, and then it only was idling afterwards.
Yeah, so I looked at the log, and the log stopped, obviously, before I shut the car off. But I did the rip. It had great oil pressure. I let off. Slightly after that, it broke. I saw the pressure taper off for like the next 45 seconds, all the way down to 0. And then I, at that point, came up to the stop sign, turned right, came down the street, stopped at the next stop sign. That's when I realized it and shut it off. So hopefully not too long. I called Mike. He said, I ain't even worried about it. We've done some dumb things with these and they're fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it was just idling unloaded, at least it's still
Yeah.
very lubricated and you caught it not terribly long after.
Right. There was still an oil film on everything and it's not like I was beating on it. So,
But if you
I think
if you
it'll be
did
alright.
one hard rip on it, that might have been
yeah.
might have been
if I
it
did
for
a
the
spicy
Dorito
rip,
box,
yeah.
dude. Freaking broke the oil cooler. That freaking sucks, man.
Yeah, that's why I usually stay with my trusty derails. But, yeah, here we are. That big capital M.
Yep.
Big oofta.
You can probably see the logo on there a little bit, but
Same China special piece that I'll be ordering a new one of, but half the price. So that's where we're at with the Corolla, man. 1 step forward, 3 steps back has been the motto of this thing the last couple days.
and it's supposed to go to the dyno tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning would be ideal. I think the dyno appointment's about to get moved because we also have to figure out why it's overheating so bad. I know why. We just have to see if we can remedy it. So, yeah, again, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, but we're going to do what we can to get this thing dialed in for 6 week.
Yeah, well,
Try not to
all
miss
in
it.
all, it drives.
Does drive?
It did one pretty good rip.
I ain't
It's
gonna
gonna be
lie,
fast.
Bro, when I took it out without you and it blew up that time, it made like 12 pounds and it lane shifted so hard and I was like crossed up on the steering wheel. It was pretty wild. This thing is gonna be absolutely nuts once it's dialed in. So
Go ahead and get another oil cooler on the way. Get this thing patched up. We got to figure out the cooling situation, get it tuned, and you said the steering's pretty good.
yeah, it's
Now,
a lot
got
better
it
than
dialed
the
in.
ride that you took on it. So I think the steering's all right and we just need to make sure stuff's gonna get packed in it and really just make sure it doesn't overheat. That's the biggest thing we got to fight because oil temps and engine temps were really hot. So that's where we're at with it.
Couple things to solve, but we're gonna get this thing ready to go and hopefully make it through sick week.
Yeah. We'll see, man. Went around the block twice, had all these problems. What's 1,000 miles, you know?
Yeah, we're good, dude.
Yeah, all right. It's ready to go.